Top 10 School Manhwa with OPMC. School life is no laughing matter, and the best manhwa to reflect that are the ones showing how hard it can be in a school. Even when it comes to comic romance shows, they need to have a good dose of funny and drama because they are schools after all. Imagine the coming of your first love. Imagine being bullied and getting punched in the face by everybody. Now imagine having to take all of this to school and deal with it since you are the leader. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Well, I guess we all know what happens then. Yes, everyone knows how this story goes, especially when there is a very good-looking student who is perceived as cool or cold. If you are looking for this kind of thing in manhwa, then man, you got your list. Starting off with our number 10, Conquer the Throne High School. Throne High School is a lawless, all-boys private high school with extraordinarily skilled people. Lee Sunwoo, a boy who was sold to Throne High School by his parents, went to the student department to rebuild the missing basketball club. Whoa, I can't believe there is an arrogant stranger who entered the student department. It's been a while. The head of the student department suggested closing existing clubs in order to make a basketball club. Lee Sunwoo accepted the suggestion and challenged freshmen and the strongest player in school with his desire for basketball. It's not your fight kind of manhwa but sport where MC is strongest out of all, so be sure to read this one. Number 9. The Bully in Charge. It's a typical bullying Korean school story where a super strong kid comes in and beats up everyone. After dropping out of school, Kwon Daikon is preparing for his qualification exam. While working a part-time job in a convenience store, he got into a fight with some thugs. Daikon, who easily overpowered them, is offered a project called Ijin in Charge or the Bully in Charge by the Educational Foundation, which has been closely watching him for a long time. He who accepted the offer after much consideration enters a high school that belongs to the foundation and defeats the core bullies of this school one by one according to the order of the foundation. The characters are all flat, but ignoring that, it's a generic and nice story. Number 8. Get Schooled. Of course you do. Seeing someone get knocked on their ass and plead for mercy to a dude with more strength is a power trip. And power trips are awesome. You will love the series from the very first chapter. The MC is OP, wise, and villainous too. The thing that I like the most is the story of each school he came across. Each and every story arc is really amazing, and the way MC solves the problem are also unique. Overall, you won't regret reading it. Instead, you will wish you knew about it sooner. There is a strange feeling of satisfaction after each chapter. Overall, it's a really good series to read if you are new to manhwa world. Number 7. Viral Hit. It's really good. At the beginning, it can be boring, but once you get into it, it's really making you addicted. It showed a lot of problems you can get across in life, similar to LOOKISM. Character development is insane. The art style is not really my cup of tea, but you can get used to it. First of all, the art is nice and I like the expressions. Some of the characters are really funny and some can be stupid, but everyone is like that sometimes. I found this because I was reading LOOKISM and LOOKISM is really good. Oh yeah, I also really like the stories of each character, especially Taehoon's story, TT. I personally love How to Fight or Viral Hit. Number 6. My School Life Pretending to be a Worthless Person. Crazy to see how lowly everyone else rated this. It's a slower paced story, yes, but that's part of the appeal. I have read so many comics that are rushing to finish, trashing a story with great potential. Honestly, this is one of the best manhwa I have read recently. Interesting and unique protagonist, great art, and fun plot. If you want to see an overpowered MC create a harem without facing any difficulties in life, this is not the story for you. But if you want some manhwa where MC wants to live peacefully and hides his power, then it's for you. Just read this new manhwa. Moving on to our number 5, LOOKISM. LOOKISM is an webtoon which pulls out the dirty truth about discrimination in our society, where we view people based upon first look and assign them a certain status. If you're attractive, you are successful and an asshole. But if you are fat, you are a loser and a kind-hearted good person. binge-worthy. I can wholeheartedly say this manhwa is amazing. At first, I thought it was not interesting, but after reading 2 chapters, I was hooked. This manhwa made me cry, laugh, and scared. Don't get fooled by gender tags. I recommend it on the app Webtoon as it's better than other sites. Also good news for you, because this series is about to get Netflix adaptation, so be sure to watch. Number 4. Weak Hero. Also, Weak Hero will get a Netflix adaptation. I'm really happy to see more manhwa getting their live-action series. Well, this manga is amazing. One event changes your life, and you decided to become someone who is never a pushover despite the odds you might face. Any more than that would be a spoiler. Just go and read this manga. Even if the start is not to your liking, just give it a go for a few chapters. The backstory arc will definitely amaze you. Very good webtoon, hype, suspense, character development, action, and the full story goes in a common sphere. No fantasy, no cheat, nothing. A simple environment. Be sure to read this cause it's amazing. Number 3. Study Group. This one is that kind of manhwa that is totally underrated. I truly don't know why more people don't know about this masterpiece. I have told many times to read this manhwa, but there is less and less people that know about this series. It's got one of the best storylines I have ever read, and the characters are absolutely amazing. Each character has their own story, and in this story, it's like everyone's the main character of their own stories, not just the actual MC. All in all, this is more than worth the read. Number 2. Random Chat. Some may disagree, but I believe that this manhwa deserves more recognition than it gets. It's a manhwa revolving around a teenage boy, Junwoo. Junwoo is alone, has no friends, and constantly gets bullied by someone who is considered his friends in the past. To make up for his loneliness, he finds his resolve in an application called Random Chat. The app is, as the name describes, a random chat with a stranger. Junwoo matches with a young girl the same age as himself on the application. To his surprise, it turns out to be his classmate. Due to his awkward and shy nature, he cannot bring himself to tell her. Junwoo talks to this girl through random chat, slowly building a strong bond with her while still keeping his anonymity. The girl tells Junwoo everything about her feelings, how she wants to get with the class president. Junwoo helps her behind the scenes despite falling hard for himself. This is a story based on the hardships some may have faced during their school years: bullying, love, toxic relationship, etc. I suggest you give this a try at the very least. I think it does a good job at showing emotions and mental state through the characters. And finally at number 1, we have one and only Teenage Mercenary. Mercenary enrollment is that kind of relatively heartwarming story where an older brother protects his young sister. The only problem with this is that the story doesn't set up this premise at all and essentially places a child soldier into a school and has him be adjusted to society and be a pretty nice guy. It does not let us rest. Every damn chapter is so good. It's unique in a good way. I can't find a story like this. I can't rate it 10 out of 10 due to lack of chapters, and we do not know where the story is going to lead us, but it is definitely one of the best reads I have ever read for a long time. Really enjoyed this manga. Reminds me of God of Blackfield, and the art is amazing. It has an extremely cool main character too. So ladies and gentlemen, we conclude our today's list with that. But before we leave, make sure you leave with a thumbs up to the video. We really work hard for bringing content for you guys. Therefore, a like to the video will be really motivating. If you have any sorts of queries or suggestions, the comment section is always open too. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to us so that you won't be missing out on any of our updates, and we assure you to bring more quality content in the future times. Till another one, see ya and goodbye.